It's time to dive beneath the surface and into the minds and hearts of your favorite celebrities and pop culture icons. Welcome to Up and Adam.
Hi, guys. Welcome back. And we're back to talk about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Guys, this was a crazy episode only because we're starting to really get to know Kathy Hilton and Crystal Kung-Minkoff's personalities. And I thought overall it was a good episode. Honestly, the way that the season started, I was a little skeptical on how this might go and probably too quick to judge Kathy Hilton, just to be fair. I wasn't necessarily thinking she was going to be a great addition only because, well, I wasn't because I feel like she's too good for the show and she doesn't want to tarnish her image, unlike some of these other housewives who will come on, get completely sloppy drunk in order to maintain their positions, maybe like Sonia Morgan, I'm not sure. But then I was also excited to see her because she brings a certain level of class and elegance to the show again. I don't know. I'm conflicted, but as of this episode, I'm starting to like her a little bit more. Not just her, though. Again, Crystal Kung-Minkoff, who has her nanny, her kids, and her husband. She likes to brag on him, which I don't blame her for doing that. But I think her nanny is the real star here. She calls her nanny El Presidente, but her nanny's the one who is really running the house. If she needs something, Crystal is jumping up off of her seat in order to do it for her nanny. So I like it. I like the dynamic, and I think it's good, especially because Crystal is a lot younger than I was anticipating. Anyways, I want to move forward and talk about what this actual episode was about. And before I do, if you guys haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button, show some love, and I'm dropping the link in case you guys want to call in and join the conversation. Let me drop this really quick. Okay. I'm getting a little bit of a cold here too, by the way, guys, so bear with me. Okay, so Garcelle is about to go meet up with Kyle Richards, and it's a conversation that she really pressed producers to have. Technically, Garcelle gets to this meetup with Kyle, and she ends up saying that she didn't even want to have this conversation. She was dreading it. But that's not necessarily true. When Garcelle signed on to be a part of the new season, she told producers in order for her to join the show, there are two things that she wants from production. One is a sit down with Lisa Rinna, which she got. And then the second one was a sit down with Kyle Richards, which she obviously also got. Kyle Richards wants to know, or I think not necessarily wants to know, but believes that she's going to meet up with Kyle to hash this out and sweep it under the rug. But for Garcelle, she had other plans. Garcelle ends up showing up to this meeting and she wants to get straight down to business. And one of the topics that she wants to cover is the fact that Kyle Richards put her on blast over not paying the $5,000 to the Children's Hospital charity. With her not paying that $5,000, whether it was or wasn't an accident, it wasn't really Kyle's business to put that out there. And I think Crystal Kung-Minkoff's reaction to all of this probably says it all. We do have a caller in here, so I'm going to go ahead and bring her up. Let's see if the mic is working today. Hi, Natalia.
Hi, can you hear me?
I can hear you. How are you?
Fine, how are you, Adam?
Good. Did you watch the episode?
Yes.
Okay. So thoughts on the conversation with Kyle Richards and Garcelle.
I mean, I understand why Garcelle felt bad because of the stereotypes of Black people, but I know that when she was talking with Crystal and Sutton, she didn't mean no harm to do it, but don't you think Crystal was being condescending towards Sutton?
A little bit, yeah. I mean, when she asked her, she didn't even give her a chance to answer. When she said, please tell me that you're one of those women who don't see color. She didn't really give her a second to answer, and she kept pressing into it. But I don't know. I feel like Sutton and Crystal Kung-Minkoff are not going to have a great relationship, as we could tell from the trailer. And I'm kind of excited to see that Crystal's coming in hot.
Yeah, we need drama. I know people act like, no, we don't need drama, but that's part of a reality TV show. You need drama.
Right.
And
go ahead.
Oh, on the next episode, Sutton said that Crystal kicked her,
Sutton said
on the next episode.
Oh, I have to catch that.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I'll have to catch that. But no, moving forward, I think it's good that they had the conversation that they had, and now they're all headed over to Lake Tahoe. So this is going to make for an interesting trip, especially because everybody's been locked down during the pandemic. I thought probably the
Mm-hmm.
funniest thing was upon arrival, them finding out that there was no valet.
But what?
About the no valet, nobody to help him out with the bags.
Oh yeah, I saw that one.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and see what else we have to cover as far as the episode. But Natalia, thank you so much for joining me on this.
Thank you, Adam.
All right.
Love your channel.
Oh, thank you. Bye. All right, guys. Again, if you haven't already, go ahead and smash that like button. If you would like to join in on the conversation, you're more than welcome. I have another caller. Let's see. How are you? Oh, okay, just kidding. Okay, so we get to Lake Tahoe, and there are a few tough conversations that are about to be had. One was between Garcelle and Lisa Rinna, because Garcelle really feels like Lisa Rinna had an easy out of this conversation. She feels like she immediately threw herself under the bus, and she's trying to own it, but almost too fast. Like she's trying to own it in the moment and just be like, you know what, I messed up. But Garcelle's not done. She's like, no, actually, you just owned everything without me telling you how I feel. And I kind of feel like that's bullshit. So she wants to turn around and now tell Lisa Rinna exactly how she feels. And in doing so, at the end, she asks her, how can I trust you moving forward? How am I going to be able to build this friendship, this relationship with you, and know that you're not going to turn around and do the same thing to me? And Lisa Rinna just looks at her dead in the eyes and says, listen, I can't promise you that. Which blows my mind. That's crazy to me. Unless you're doing this for the effect of television, the fact that you're looking in your friend's face and saying that you can't trust, they can't trust you, you can't be trusted, seems a little off. I'm going to ask another caller. Oh, you can tell they're getting their mic. Hi, Janice.
Hi, Adam. Hi,
How are
everybody.
you?
Hi, Angels. How are we all doing today?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you.
All right. So did you watch the episode?
I watched it twice
Okay. I watched it twice too.
because I had to make sure that I didn't miss anything. So, because a lot of the conversations, like between Garcelle and Kyle at the restaurant, seemed very stilted. So I'm like, okay, was that editing or was it really stilted? I couldn't figure that one out.
Okay. I think it was editing.
Yeah, it might have been. And then, I mean, with Garcelle and Rinna back at the room, that was kind of weird too. I'm just like, I get why Garcelle is kind of holding on to it. And Garcelle was trying to tell Rinna that, you know, I'm going to trust you for a little bit. I'm not going to go all the way because Rinna wants everything. Rinna wants it all or nothing. So then that way she can turn your friendship around and use it to her advantage.
She's so shady, but that's why we love her on the show, I guess.
So I'm on the fence about Rinna. There's times when I like her and there's times when I hate her, but she's one of those people that needs, I hate to say this. Oh my God, the comments are going to be bad. She needs to be on the show because she keeps everything moving.
Right. No, I agree with you.
Yeah. And so, but there's going to be people in the comments are not going to agree with that. So be prepared.
No, listen, that's the beauty about this. Everybody should be able to come here with their own opinion, but I do agree with you on that. I think that this season she's kind of staying out of it a little bit because of, or at least from what we can see, she's not going to get too involved with the Erica drama, and she can't really say anything positive to Garcelle about the Denise Richards drama because Lisa Rinna really was relentless. So there's really no digging herself out of that hole, just to be fair. But moving forward, I think that Garcelle has done a good job of addressing both of these friendships, both of these relationships in this new season before she starts hanging out with them. She wanted to get it off her chest, and she said, well, I think that a lot of these women could be Academy Award-winning actresses. I'm not here to fake it. So if I'm going to be around them, I have to talk about it.
So I have to ask, is anybody else having an issue with how Kathy Hilton talks? And I don't know if you got to know her, Adam, a little bit when you were working in California.
No, never.
It's either her accent or has she had so much plastic surgery work done to her face because her skin is so tight that she can't move her mouth. I can't figure it out. I just can't.
I wonder if it's I don't, you know what the best way to find out exactly what's going on with that would be to YouTube old videos of Kathy Hilton and listen to her talk.
Okay.
That would be the best way to do that. I actually noticed it a little bit myself, but I've never met her in person. So I was just wondering, maybe this is how she talks, or, it could be plastic. I don't know. I'm not an expert in plastic surgery to know that one, but
I wasn't sure if anybody else was kind of having the same issue, because when she does talk with the group of ladies, she's kind of uncomfortable. Even
right.
there's a lot of people in that group that she already knows. So
right.
It's kind of weird. So, and I think that eventually, as we go through the season, maybe Crystal and Garcelle are going to team up together somehow to try to get all of the ladies to understand about cultural diversity. It's kind of sad that Crystal has already started to take that horse and kind of ride it. It's kind of early for that. And Sutton never got a chance to really finish her statement when Crystal kind of went off at her in last night's episode. So you can already see that that's just going to be a whole big misunderstanding. And Sutton's not going to back off of that. So
right. And I actually see, I was agreeing with Crystal in that moment only because Crystal was trying to share an experience and Sutton just cut her off and said, well, we're not going to talk about this. And, Crystal was like, wait a minute, I'm sharing with you an experience that I've had. Why are you cutting me off? So I think, again, this is just a misunderstanding on both sides, but they're both obviously strong, independent women. And Sutton, like you said, she's not going to let off. And you can already tell that Crystal Kung-Minkoff is not going to let off. So this is going to probably be bad, especially when they came on the premiere on Watch What Happens Live. You could tell they still don't like each other.
Well, and it's really kind of strange. I mean, but once again, not to say anything bad about Crystal, I'm liking the energy that she's bringing to the show. But come on, she's a Valley girl from the Valley. She happened to marry a super rich guy who's super connected, and Crystal likes to let you know that.
Well, technically, so is Dorit and so is Erica. Actually, technically, so is Sutton. None of them came for money.
Oh, I know that.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that Crystal, though, even though her parents worked hard, I have a feeling because she is the girl out of her family unit that she was spoiled. Because when you notice the photos that she shows of herself growing up, they're all with her dad.
So you think she was the daddy's girl?
Yep.
Okay.
That's okay. I think that might come out. We'll see what happens.
I like this way that you have of dissecting this.
Thanks.
Well, Janice, I appreciate you jumping on with me. And if you're ever on in the future and we're doing a live, by all means, please call in. I would love to have you back.
Will do. Thank you so much.
All right. I hope you have a great day.
You too.
All right. All right, guys. So we are here to eventually pick apart this dynamic between Sutton Strack and, Crystal Kung-Minkoff. I don't know what's going to happen, but obviously, as we can see in next week's episode, and when we see Sutton storm off from their conversation in future episodes to come, this relationship is not getting any better. Now, Crystal was brought in by Kathy Hilton, and she was the only reason, technically, that Kathy Hilton would even film. She wasn't filming for Kyle. She was doing it as long as she had Crystal by her side. She is much younger than Kathy, but the dynamic is working for me so far. And just seeing the teaser of next week where, what does she call them? She calls them bombers or something like that. I forgot what it was, or bottoms up. Let's do bottoms up, where she just shoots a martini and then she wants to do a second one. This woman is going to be a fiasco. I can't wait for it. If you haven't already, guys, go ahead, smash that like button, show some love before we go. And yeah, we're dropping more videos today and more interviews this week. We also have something really special coming up this weekend. So if you're around, we'll see you then. Happy holiday weekend. Bye, guys.